With the recent announcement of the new Super Smash Bros. Game coming to Nintendo Wii U and 3DS, I thought it would be a great opportunity to take a look back at the most recent game, which is Super Smash Bros. BRAWL, which was released exclusively for the Nintendo Wii back in 2008. 5 years ago now. Where does time fly? Now, if you know already what type of genre the Super Smash Bros. Series is, then you will know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, then here is a brief summary. The original Super Smash Bros. Was released in 1999, featuring 12 playable characters from different Nintendo franchises, such as Mario and Luigi from the Super Mario series, Samus from the Metroid games, Pikachu from the Pokemon games, Link from the Legend of Zelda series, and Fox McCloud from Star Fox, Captain Falcon from F-Zero, Ness from Earthbound Mother series. The list goes on. Originally, the first Super Smash Bros. Was conceived to be just an average fighting game. The aim was pretty much the same: defeat opponents on different stages, knock them off when the percentages go up in a high level, and in order to get to the final boss, which is the Master Hand, a character which will remain in the final version of the game and appear in its sequels. But after many consideration by creator Shigeru Matsurai, the game would include Nintendo characters, and then the rest is history. The first game was received generally well by reviewers and many Nintendo fans, and it was quite a popular game. Because of this, a sequel was made in 2001 for Nintendo GameCube entitled Super Smash Bros. Melee, and expanded vastly on gameplay, now having 25 playable characters and introducing new modes such as Event Match and All-Star mode, as well as introducing trophies which players must obtain in the Adventure mode and in the game Lottery, which you use Smash Coins to win trophies, and in order to win Smash Coins, you obtain them by playing many matches on Versus mode, which at the time was called Melee mode and would become Brawl mode in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And again, these trophies will be used again in Brawl, which was the third game released a long 7 years after Melee. Gameplay was similar to Melee, but even bigger, now having 35 characters, including some from the last two games, and new characters such as Olimar from the Pikmin series, Pit from the Kid Icarus series, and at the time there was no game in the Kid Icarus series since 1986, so it was a long 22-year gap since we last saw Pit, so it was really good. And also, Brawl also introduced for the first time third-party characters such as Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series and Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog, come on, at the time that was just epic. Let's hope that Sonic and maybe Snake will appear again as playable characters in the next Super Smash Bros. Next year. The graphics are 2D with 3D visual effects in this game. Each game expands on graphics as each game is released each generation, with the first being in Nintendo 64 game, the second being a GameCube game, and the third being a Wii game, and obviously the fourth, which is coming out next year, is going to be on the Wii U and the 3DS. There are over 40 different stages in Brawl, such as Mountain Stage from the Ice Climbers series, or even the Green Hill Zone from the first Sonic game. I love that theme tune from that level, it's just so awesome. You can also build your own stages using a mode called Stage Builder. As you advance through the game, you can obtain parts from levels such as floors and walls and platforms for your own stages, so it makes customization a lot more wider for players. Although, in my personal opinion, it's not the best customization I've ever seen in a video game. But hopefully the next game, maybe that will be expanded as well. Likewise, in Melee there was over 200 trophies, and in Super Smash Bros. Brawl there are over a whopping 500 trophies to collect, and also there was the introduction of stickers which you could obtain in many modes in the game. Roughly the game takes hours, days, weeks, hell, even years to complete. I haven't even completed the game 100% to this day, but I have done most of it, and even today I still play Brawl quite a lot, as it is such a magnificent game, and in my opinion it's one of the best games for a Nintendo console, and by what I have seen in this week's E3 2013 trailer, the next game looks even better, and hopefully we will see in 2014 whether that is the truth. The adventure mode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl has a new narrative story following the adventures of all characters, including Mario, Kirby and Link, as well as hidden characters such as both from the Star Fox series, Toon Link, and that Toon Link is from The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, such a fantastic game. The adventure mode is known as the Subspace Emissary, and throughout this adventure you will encounter new enemies and bosses which are exclusive to the game, and there's even a few throwbacks to other video game series such as Mario or Pokemon. The final boss of this place is called Taboo. It will take a good few hours to complete the Subspace Emissary, and it'll take a good few hours to complete it in just one go. At times it does feel a bit repetitive, as you may have to go and backtrack, but generally it is pretty fun and a welcome addition to the game. After completing the Subspace Emissary, a new mode called Boss Mode will be unlocked, whereby you encounter the bosses you have met in the Subspace Emissary once again. One of the most difficult challenges, which I still haven't done to this day, is complete boss battle mode on intense mode. Now, I've tried using Pokemon trainers Charizard and also Yoshi, and I nearly completed it once on intense, just once, but bosses like Juon and Rayquaza are very difficult on intense mode, so be warned. If you haven't played this game, I would possibly leave this to be one of the last things you do, as to me it is one of the most difficult challenges in the whole game. Also, Cruel Brawl is a challenge, but I managed to pull that off with Kirby, Pit, and Jigglypuff, a character I personally feel is not needed for the franchise. Hopefully we'll be absent in the next Smash Bros. Game. You can find both the boss battles and the multi-man brawl in the stadium mode on the main menu. There are also tons of items you can use in the game. In particular, the Smash Ball allows a player to unleash a powerful attack which will knock players off the stage. Most of the time they work, but sometimes Final Smashes are weak, such as Jigglypuff, and sometimes even Donkey Kong's. My personal favourites are Link's Triforce Slash, Olimar's End of Day, and the Laugh Master, used by Star Fox characters, and also Super Sonic the Hedgehog, which is amazing. You just kick all the characters' asses with that Final Smash. Many other items from the game series, such as Super Mushroom from Super Mario Brothers, and Pokeball from the Pokemon series, and Mr. Saturn from Earthbound, are also there to assist you. And speaking of assisting, there is also an item called the Assist Trophy, whereby a character will come out and aid you against your opponents, such as Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, where he uses Chaos Control. I have many favourite characters in this game, but my least favourite characters are the Ice Climbers and Jigglypuff. I have so much against Jigglypuff, haven't I? Now, on to the gameplay for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. There are 3 ways to play this game. The first obviously being the Wii Remote, because it is a Wii game. The second being the Virtual Console controller, used for the Virtual Console games that can be purchased through the Wii Shop channel. And the third being the GameCube controller, which has the same controls which were originally used for Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. My personal favourite controls are the GameCube controls, because it is easier for me to remember than the other two, as I knew the controls from Melee. You can go onto the data mode, where you can start your game and see how to play the game depending on what controller you are using as well. So if you're a beginner and you don't know how to control your characters, then just go on the data mode and just have a look at the how to play tutorial. It should help you, but it takes a lot of practice to become skilled at this game. And also in the data mode, there are hundreds of songs which have been used not only in this game, but many others as well. I won't say which songs there are, because I would be here for hours, as there are hundreds of them. You can unlock songs by picking up CD items during fights. Make sure you pick them up, as they only appear on the screen for a few seconds, and they're very rare when they appear. They won't appear anymore once you have collected every one. You can also see how you are doing with your progress in the game by accessing the Vault mode and by looking at the Challenges section. I don't have many of these glasses left to crack. I really need to complete that Boss Battles mode on Intense. Overall, if you are unfamiliar with Super Smash Bros., then now is the ideal opportunity to get it. That's if you still have a Wii. You can in fact play all of the first 3 Super Smash Bros. Games on the Wii by downloading the original on the Virtual Console on the Wii Shop, and also you can play the GameCube version of Super Smash Bros. Because GameCube games are playable on the Nintendo Wii, and I think you can pick up Super Smash Bros. Melee on eBay or Amazon or whatever. And obviously, Brawl is playable on the Wii because it is a Nintendo Wii game. Tune in for more video game reviews by subscribing to my channel. And if you don't agree with some of the stuff I've said about the game, e.g. Jigglypuff, then comment below and tell me why you think differently. But one thing I don't want is someone commenting saying, "Oh, that review was crap. Everything you said was wrong. You don't know what you're saying about Smash Bros. It's shit." Because this is my review, where I give my views and my opinions of this game. But hopefully I won't get that, as this particular game is a very popular video game anyway, that has received recognition, and quite right too. It's a great game. So once again, thank you for watching. Join me next time as I will be reviewing another video game, which, whether it's a good game or a bad game, and I will give my thoughts on it.